How did you get the Holy Ghost?
How did I get the Holy Ghost? So I've been in the church all my life.
Okay.
And I will tell you, I remember I've told this story in church before. I was about 10 years old when the first time I ever thought I should pursue anything along that line. Sunday nights, a lot of times, they get this. So have you ever seen the church at 4th and Magnolia?
I have not.
You ought to have Brooke, or just Google it, 4th and Magnolia. You'll find this big stone cathedral church. And that's the first church I have memory of.
Actually, she might have. We went down. Was it downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen it. We were walking through one of the parks, and she
well,
told
Central
me.
Park. It's
Yeah,
right across the
Central-
street. Okay. So that's my first church of memory. So I'm there, and I'm about 10 years old, and the church had, a platform up there, and then they had these like kneeling benches all across the front. And they've done this many times, an altar call, trying to get people. And I'd seen how it works. People go down front there, and others gather around them and try to help them. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, maybe it's time I try and do that. So they do the altar call, and I go down there to the altar, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I just kneel at the altar. Not one person approached me. I'm just there by myself feeling stupid. Because I think they were after somebody in particular in the congregation, and it wasn't this 10-year-old boy. So it goes on for, 10 minutes, and finally then church just dismissed, and I just kind of get up from there and thinking, okay. So, fast forward 2 more years. So you can't say I'm a big fan of going to the altar. But when I was 12 years old, so my brother would have been probably still 10, they were going to have a youth service at church. And we were it's still I think it's still a requirement of our band, I hope it is, that you don't play in this band if you don't have the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a spiritual function. So I'd been in the junior band, my brother and I both, for about a year and a half or so. But we weren't in the band yet because we didn't have the Holy Ghost, and they're having this youth function. And my mom, if ever there was a mother that worked for her kids, it was my mother. She'd do whatever it takes, we're her pride and joy. And so she calls up our band director, and I don't think he had there was no way he could say no. She was going to badger him to death if that's what it took for us to play in the band during that youth service. She just felt like it was important. And the Spirit broke out, and people started working with me, and I received the Holy Ghost. So as you look at the platform, I'm over on the left side where the piano is, and I'm up back in the band area, and I've got a sister in this ear saying one thing and a sister in this ear saying another, and you're trying to obey them both, and you don't know what you're doing. You just, it's not the first time I sought the Holy Ghost. I guess you learn from experience. And what I didn't know was my brother Doug was on the other end of the platform. Also, people working on him. We got the Holy Ghost the same night at just about the same time. August 22nd, 1971.
Wow.